everybody, Wendy Conrad here with your happy workplace, where work plus happy equals better business. And today we're going to be talking about video conference calls. Let's face it, these are strange times. A lot of us are separated physically from our coworkers, our bosses, our employees, and we're having to conduct meetings over video conference calls. And so this might be new territory for you as a business owner or an employee. So today, as we do with every video, we're going to see two sock puppet scenarios, one way how maybe not to do it, one way to tweak it and do it a little bit better. So let's go ahead and get started with sock puppet scenario number 1.
Is everybody here? Can everyone hear me?
Yeah.
Dorothy, unmute yourself. It's the button at the top of your box, Dorothy.
Click it. Is that the unmute button? Okay, you guys can hear me now.
Okay, it's me, Jeffrey Miller from HR.
And now that we're all here,
Phoebe, Joey, I'll be there in a minute. Mommy's on a Zoom call. How long is this meeting going to be?
This meeting is going to last about 90 minutes. So let's get started. Becky, what is that in the chat?
Sorry, my cat just jumped on a keyboard.
Jeffrey Miller from HR, who we love. So that was probably a familiar scenario for a lot of you. It can seem a little bit chaotic. Everyone's not sure what they're doing. The technology is new, so it's kind of distracting from the purpose that you're meeting in the first place. So let's look at sock puppet scenario number 2 and see how we can do it better. Number 2 coming at ya.
Good morning, everyone. It's Jeffrey Miller from HR, and welcome to our 30-minute roundtable video conference call. First and foremost, I hope you're all staying healthy and that you all have what you need. All right, as you saw on the agenda I sent out yesterday, today we will be talking about how we can pivot to serve our customers during this time. Dorothy will be monitoring the chat, so please put your questions and ideas there as we go along. Chandler will also be taking notes and sending a recap email after this call. Great. Today's phrase of the day is toilet paper. Email Dorothy your guess of how many times it's used in today's meeting, and you win a prize. Before we get started, let's share some wins for the week. We'll start with you, Dorothy.
I took a walk around the block today. I took a shower.
I finished all 7 episodes of Tiger King. Okay, guys, that's a wrap. Keep an eye out for the email recap. Bye!
Yay! Sock puppet scenario number 2, much better for many reasons, and let's point out a few. Number 1, he asked how everyone was doing personally and that they have what they need. This is such a weird time for us, and we're so disconnected physically that we kind of need that reassurance, and especially from our leaders. If you're calm and you're asking them questions, how are you doing, it kind of sets the tone for everyone else. Also, the great thing that they did here was they had an agenda. It was emailed out ahead of time so people knew what to expect and what they were going to be talking about during the meeting. Also, they set a time limit. One of the best things you can do during this time, especially if you're physically separated, is to over communicate. And so if you were having weekly meetings, let's say that were an hour before, it's better now to have more meetings that are maybe shorter, because keeping someone's attention during a video conference call can be that much harder. They're at home, they've got distractions, their kids are in the background, they've got pets. So keeping them shorter, but maybe more often, is a great idea. Another great idea when you're starting video conference calls with your team is to set up a separate meeting before you get started that is strictly a tutorial, and be patient with the team. For a lot of people, this technology is new, and now we're being forced to jump into it, and there's kind of this expectation to learn things quickly. Do a quick practice meeting that works out all the kinks of the technology so people can practice and get used to it, learn how to unmute themselves, learn to use the chat, and all of those kinds of things. So those things aren't taking up time during the actual meeting when you're trying to do things work related. The last thing I wanted to point out that they did great in Sock Puppet scenario number 2 was they incorporated fun. They used a word of the day, it was a game, there was a prize. That's a great way to kind of keep people engaged in the meeting during this time and beyond. I've got a video conference call bingo sheet, which is a lot of fun. I'll put the link in the description to this video so you can download that. It's free, and use that during your conference calls to incorporate fun, but there's lots of ways you can do it. And so I hope those tips were helpful for you today. I hope you're all staying safe and healthy out there. I'm Wendy with Your Happy Workplace, and we'll see you next time. Bye for now.